Hello. In the last session, we created skeleton for our CRUD operations. In this session, let us implement application layer. Let us start with create story use case. If we will see this request object, it has single property text. So we will be passing text from the client to this command as ID will be generated automatically. Now go to the handler. I will simply copy paste code to save some time. Over here you can see that we declared reference of iStory repository interface, and then we are using constructor to inject this dependency so that ASP.NET Core DI container will inject actual object of story repository class to this constructor, and then that reference of object we will assign to this private member. So then when we will make calls to the methods of this interface, actual methods of the object which is injected will get called. You may have learned this in the basic lessons of polymorphism. Over here we will get data in this request object. Right now there is only single property, text property. Then we are creating entity object. You can see that we are generating new GUID, but text we are assigning it from request object. Then this entity object we are passing to the repository add method. Now it will be responsibility of repositories add method to store it somewhere in database. It will return us that newly created object. Again we want to pass back this object to my API layer, but we never pass the entities. So we will first copy this entity in the DTO and then we will pass back it to API layer. Here are few important things that I would like to discuss. The very first thing is this. You may notice that we are copying our request object to our domain object. Then again we are copying our domain object to DTO object. So this sort of code is known as left right code. Now there are only two properties, but in real life there can be 20 properties in that object. So this code will grow and the code will go ugly. To eliminate that, we can use packages like Automapper or Mapster. Second thing, few developers do not like to return anything from command handlers. But this example is more of Kurdish type and not so complex. So I decided to keep it simple. But you can go ahead and read more about CQRS in the link given below and try to follow rules that are suitable for your use case. One more reason I am returning a newly created object here because REST recommends to return that object with 201 created response. One option is that using the get method you can fetch that object in the controller action method and return it. But to reduce one round trip, I am returning it from here. Repository will always return us newly created object for free, then why not to utilize it? Next, let us implement update story. Update story command has ID and text both properties. ID property we need to fetch the original record, and text property is a property that we will actually change. Let us go to handler. Let us declare repository private member, fix it, inject it using the constructor. In handler, in update handler, we need to first fetch the original record. Then you can make changes to its properties and then you pass it to update method of repository. This method will be responsible to replace it in database and it will return us updated entity. Again, we are copying that entity into DTO and returning back to API layer. Next, let us implement delete use case. We just pass ID to delete command so that we can locate that particular record and remove it. Go to delete handler. Here we are simply passing the ID of record to remove method of repository. It will be repository's remove method to remove it from database. and then it will return us that deleted entity. Again, we are copying that entity to DTO and returning it back to API layer. Then let us implement get story by ID use case. Let us go to handler. Here we are simply passing ID to get by ID method. It will return us story entity. That entity we are copying to DTO and then returning back that DTO to API layer. And the last use case is get stories. If you will see the request object of get stories, we don't have any properties in it, but in future we will have properties for paging and filtering. Go to handler. We are simply calling get async method of repository. It will return us list of story entity. Then we are converting this list of story entity to list of story DTOs. For that we are using link, and then we are returning back this list of DTOs to API layer. With this, we are done with all our use cases in our application layer. Few important points that we can discuss over here are CQRS do not recommend sharing of the DTO for command and query. So by reusing story DTO in all of our commands and queries, we might be violating that rule. But I think it's okay if it is just CRUD. Still, I will suggest you to do your own research and make a decision on it. Secondly, in this specific case, anyway, we have to change the return type of get stories and get story by ID in future, as we will need more data in it. For example, with story information, we will also need recent three comments, likes, dislikes, and so on. So obviously, story DTO will not have all that data. But for now, let us go ahead with this. And the most important thing is that you must have noticed that we were able to implement our domain and application layer without implementing a repository layer and API layer. You can see that our application layer don't care about any infrastructure details. And this is the beauty of clean architecture. In next session, we will be implementing repository layer for SQL Server database. If you find this content useful, please like and subscribe. If you wish to receive notification whenever a new episode is published, then do not forget to hit the bell icon and click on all menu in the pop-up. Thank you.